Holly Stewart, and I'm going to talk to you about, surprise, farming. Farming is revolutionary. This is something that we know. But I was interested in digging a little bit deeper and finding out a little bit about the history and a little bit about the benefits of farming in our world today. So, according to the Britannica Encyclopedia, a farm is an area of land which includes various structures devoted primarily to the practice of producing food. Take a second to think about that. What's something that you need every single day pretty much to survive? Food and water. So farming really is a lot more essential than we usually consider it to be. Another interesting fact is the etymology. So the word is from the medieval Latin noun firma, also the source of the French word firm. Excuse my pronunciation on the French. Meaning a fixed agreement, contract, or a contract, from the classical Latin adjective firmus, also meaning strong, stout, and firm. So I think that says a lot about what farming is. It takes a very strong and stout person to be able to actually have the dedication to grow their own food, to feed themselves and their family. So what I thought was really interesting about farming was its history. Of course, I could have a presentation that far exceeded our 12 minutes that were allowed, going on and on about the history and the benefits of farming. But here I've just picked a couple main points to go over. So after around 9000 BC, there was a gradual global shift away from what we used to call our society, which was hunter-gatherer. So around 8500 BC was our first recorded instances of farming for a domestic scale. We have a history of people farming fish, barley, wheat, and other items on a small scale and growing for themselves rather than going out into the wild and depending on chance. According to Lampert and other farming and agriculture experts, farming first began in the Fertile Crescent, which stretches from Israel north to southeast Turkey, then curves southeast of the Persian Gulf. However, agriculture was also invented independently in other parts of the world as well. We all know that it was going on all various parts of the world and throughout various forms of technologies and development and of course industrialization, it advanced to what we know as today. The topic that I'm sure you are all sitting there drooling about how boring it might be. Moving on though, onto the benefits, why I am so passionate about this particularly. Of course there will always be evolution, advancement, and even technology involved in agriculture and farming as a whole. What I'm interested in is how it has helped people worldwide to survive and to learn all about the blessings that our earth has to offer. Here are 3 reasons why I believe that farming is just so essential to us as humans. 1, farming provides a manner for people to work in such a way that they may feed himself, his family, and even his village. That's an amazing thing. That's a spectacular thing, to be able to produce your own food, as I was saying. 2, farming allows people to experience the miracle of growing food from a small seed all the way through adulthood and very fertile and very fruitful plants. 3, and this to me is my favorite and most important and essential fact, and my analogy of course, is that farming is a life earned, not entitled. So it's something that we can do for ourselves. If anything ever goes wrong and we can't get to the grocery store, if we don't know what kind of chemicals are being put on our food in the future, we can always resort to farming, to growing our own food, and to going back to our roots and producing for ourselves, something that's healthy and something that's trustworthy and nourishing for our body and our lives. To close off, I would like to share with you guys a really powerful piece that I found. It's called the Farmer's Prayer. I don't know if there's any religions in here, but regardless of that, I thought it was a very powerful statement. A farmer's prayer. bless the land you've given me, and may I always know, as I tend each crop and creature, you're the one who helps them grow. Grant me the strength and wisdom. Please protect me from harm. And thank you for your gracious gift, this blessing of a farm. And just to finish off, there are a couple of listing sources that I was able to use to get this wealth of knowledge. Thank you guys so much for listening to my presentation. I hope you enjoyed and learned a lot.